All right, everybody. I am here with Mike Saenz and Mallory Matyk of the Student Success Center. Mike, Mallory, thank you so much for joining us for First Generation Family Orientation. How are y'all doing?
Doing well.
Doing
Awesome.
great.
Awesome, awesome. I love it. Thank you both so much for sitting down with us today. If you would just describe a little bit about the services offered at the Student Success Center.
Yeah, great question. So we kind of have our different elements of which we're working under. So I'm going to be talking about our peer education programs, mainly our peer-led team learning program and our supplemental instruction program. Both are very student-led and student-involved. So that's a great way to get involved on campus while at the same time kind of working on your studies and kind of meeting different people in your class to kind of help reinforce those ideas that you learn, but also ask any questions that you may not feel comfortable doing in class and kind of getting that feedback from a peer leader, but also your classmates as well. And so we also have academic success coaching, which is a program in which you are able to meet one-on-one with an academic success coach to kind of help you build out personal strategies that will help enhance your learning. So we kind of figure out where you are and where you want to be, and then any interventions that can help bridge that gap. So that's a little bit about my programs.
So I will talk a little bit about the peer tutoring side of the SSC. I oversee the Com Lab and the Writing Center. So those services are available to all students on campus, regardless of what course they're in. They can come in and get help with writing a paper, a personal statement, a scholarship essay. And then in the Com Lab, students can get help with any presentation or speaking assignment they have in a class. We also have peer tutoring, which helps students one-on-one in a big lab environment with math, science, physics, all kinds of courses. They offer exam reviews, weekly reviews. So a lot of different opportunities for students to seek help. We also have in the SSC every summer and sometimes in winter success camps. And, this summer we're offering online workshops for the series. And it's for incoming freshmen for the most part to work with faculty on campus, to work with our content specialists in the SSC, and just sharpen their skills a bit before they jump into classes at the start of the semester. And we offer chemistry, organic chemistry, physics, calculus, as well as College 101. And the College 101 workshop series just kind of helps students get set up and familiar with what to expect in their college coursework.
I love it. Thank you both so much for sharing a little bit about the Student Success Center. Throughout this presentation today, I've been sprinkling in a little bit of my own experiences as a first generation student here at UT Dallas. And one of the things that I wish that I took advantage of early on was the Student Success Center. I think I took my first steps into the Student Success Center probably my second semester of my sophomore year, and I definitely had this feeling of I've been missing out. So my next question for both of you is, why is it important for our students to get involved early with the Student Success Center and seek out those resources?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll take that one. It's basically one of our mottos at the Success Center is to be proactive with your education versus reactive. And some of the things like talk about is like when you break a bone, you go to the emergency room. We're not really in the emergency room field here. We're more in the preventative care. So think of us as more like your athletic trainers that kind of strengthen your muscles so you don't tear your ligaments or break your bones. So what we try and do is work on that proactive approach and kind of see where we can help intervene before the midterms or the exams, the final exams, and then you're kind of in a place where a hole you have to dig out of, as opposed to making sure there's no holes and you're walking straight through on your academic career. So that's kind of why we want to reach out early, get involved early, so you can kind of find your place. We have something that works for everyone. Sometimes group collaboration isn't everyone's forte, so we have individual appointments, and sometimes individual appointments aren't people's forte, so we have group workshops and things like that. So really just getting involved early and finding what works best for you so you can have that preventative care as opposed to coming in late night in the ER once you break your ankle.
That's a fantastic analogy. I love it. It's awesome. Thank you for that, Mike. And I definitely can speak to that. You know, I was taking statistics, and I was part of the supplemental instruction sessions for that. And that is one that I took advantage early on. And I give a lot of credit to my peers who were leading that session for my doing well in statistics. So big shout out to the Student Success Center. Thank you all so much. My next question is, so we are very happy to be here with our families who are watching. And so my next question is, how can families of our first generation Comets encourage their student to seek out these resources? What, in your opinion, what role do families play?
Yeah, that's a great question, Derek. So I think, the family support in all aspects of the university experience is really important. From checking in with your student to make sure that they are, taking care of themselves. Have you eaten? Have you found a good place on campus for your meals? Are you, making sure you make it to your classes on time? So those small check-ins from families can be really important. And that, as Mike mentioned earlier with our academic success coaching program, we really stress the importance of time management. So encouraging your student to make a visit to the Student Success Center as part of their regular routine can be really helpful. So just like attending class, going to club meetings, hitting UREC to, exercise, the SSC should really be part of the weekly routine. So establish it early, get it in your planner, check out, registering for PLTL early, or see when the SI sessions are being held. Just knowing the hours that the peer tutoring lab is open, or when workshops or weekly reviews are being held. And encouraging your student to put that in the weekly planner, so it is just a meeting that is not missable for them. And then it goes back to Mike's point of getting out ahead of any problems, and being proactive in your approach to learning. It's just really important to get in there early and support them, and make sure they know it's okay to use resources, that tutoring is cool at UTD, because it really is.
Yes, it is, 100%. I really appreciate those tips. I really do. Do either of you have anything else you want to add? Can we find you on social media?
Yes, we are on Instagram at UTDSSC. We keep students in the campus community up to date on workshops when we open, anything exciting. We feature some of our peer leaders, so students can get the opportunity to get to know, the students that work for us a little bit more.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much for joining us today. First generation Comets and families, you are a part of this journey, and we definitely encourage you to get to know Mike and to get to know Mallory here at the Student Success Center at UT Dallas, and we look forward to working with you all. Mike, Mallory, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Before you go, hit that subscribe button, because this is just the beginning. We are just getting started here on the First Generation Comets YouTube channel, and we can't wait to share more. So hit that subscribe button, click on the bell to enable notifications, and we will see you here on campus. Have a great day, everybody.